Hey, Dani, thanks for joining me today. Dani is our VP of Marketing here at Ignite Visibility, and I wanted to bring you on today to talk a little bit about your career and where you've been and where you're going next. So, what first inspired you to pursue a career in marketing?
Yeah, for me, it actually goes right back to my dad. He was a small business owner, and just growing up around that sparked a huge interest in business for me. So during my last year of undergrad at UCSD, I decided to add a business minor, and I ended up taking this product marketing course, and it was just incredible. We covered everything from market research to getting a product to the market, and the best part was the professor, too. She just had so much real world experience, and I'll never forget her sharing these stories about the impact that even she had on Dove Ice Cream's product development. Seeing how marketing directly shaped the product was fascinating, and honestly, that class just hooked me and started my career in marketing myself.
Oh, I love that. I feel like I had a similar experience. When I studied abroad, I took a services marketing class with also a female teacher, and I think it really just paved the way for me to see other women in these prominent spaces that have been so male dominated, especially through business. So, kind of speaking on that, females in leadership positions, females in positions of power, what does that kind of look like to you?
Yeah, for me, I think at the end of the day, it comes down to a few basic things, right? First up, just leading by example, taking real accountability, and just always pushing to evolve. A great leader isn't just about delegating to the sidelines. You have to really be willing to roll up your sleeves and show how it's done. But you also have to own it when things don't go right. And beyond that, I think leadership is just never getting too comfortable. You should always be asking, how can we innovate? How can we do better?
I totally agree with that. For everyone behind the scenes, Dani is also my manager, and I think you do such a great job of embodying that and really pushing me always to kind of think outside of the box and question everything always often. So I do love that.
I think marketing is the perfect field to do that in, right? A big part of our job is to innovate, and it keeps things interesting.
Yes. And here at Ignite, we love to innovate, love to keep things top notch moving forward always. So, in the land of innovation, what new marketing trends are you seeing right now? What are you excited about?
Well, I mean, it's probably the same answer that a lot of people are giving right now, right? AI is at the top of everyone's mind. And what really gets me, though, is just how fast it's evolving. We all know it still has a long way to go. So I'm just also really fascinated to sit back and see how it all plays out. I know for me, this AI revolution has been the biggest disruptor that I've also personally seen in my career. And I think there's just so many different ways to not only use it as a marketing team, but also just the way that it's disrupting people's own user journeys, right? Like the way that even my mom, the way she's consuming information is completely different now because of AI and all the integrations into search now. So I think AI is definitely top of mind.
AI is super prominent right now in all aspects of the world, and I've been super excited just to kind of dive into it and learn a little bit more. Here at Ignite Visibility, we're always, and this is one of my favorite things about working here, is everyone always challenges me and each other to kind of think outside of the box. So that's always been something that really continues to make me want to work hard here. And something that's challenged me to think outside of the box is moving more into this like franchise, multi location business space that we've done a little pivot and turn towards over the last few years. So as we moved into franchise, multi location, and kind of thinking about women in that role, what would you say excites you most for the world of growth that has opened up for women in franchising?
Yeah, I think top of mind, it's really about the momentum that excites me most, right? Historically, franchising has been a really male dominated space, but that narrative is changing so fast. I saw a stat recently showing that just between 2022 and 2023, the percentage of franchises owned by women jumped by nearly 25%. So, franchising is this great mix of entrepreneurship with the safety net of a proven corporate model, right? And women are just thriving in it. So, I love seeing women enter the space and build these massive revenue generating businesses. That's really incredibly inspiring to watch for me, especially with my personal, love of business behind the scenes too.
If there was one franchise that you would want to jump into right now, what would it be?
I recently at an event talked to a female led team actually at Bar 3. And I was just really, really inspired by their entrepreneurship and also their just support of women. I think, it's one of the few all women or corporate owned franchises out there that I thought was really interesting. And I hadn't heard about that, and a super interesting business model and fun thing to do. So I thought that was really great.
I love that. I think also if I was going to go into franchising, I would definitely pick something that is in the realm of working out, boutique fitness, etc. And I just heard you speak a little bit about women-led teams, and I know women's on the top of our mind today for our Women's History Month, International Women's Month. What would you say it really means to you personally to get to be part of this journey, sharing a little bit about your past and present, but also just as a woman leading our company?
It means a couple of different things to me. Obviously, it's a time to honor the amazing women in history who helped shape business and society, because we all need these role models to look up to. But I think it's also about celebrating the power of women right now. At the same time, though, I think we have to keep it real and talk about the disparities that are still happening today, right? And Women's History Month is a time to just bring awareness to that. For example, female founders are still only getting like 1 or 2% of the total VC funding, and the wage gap is still sitting around 85 cents to a dollar. So for me, it's about a great month to celebrate our wins, but also a reminder that we still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, oof, that is a good reminder. Putting you once again on the spot here, is there a specific woman in history, woman in your past that you really look up to?
In my personal life, my aunt was someone that really inspired me to work hard my entire life. Her father passed away when she was very young, and she was the first in her family freshly immigrated to the United States to put herself through college and work really hard, go back, get her master's. And she was a really successful teacher and helped support her mom and her family with 4 other siblings at a time that was really difficult for them. She worked a couple of jobs to put herself through school, and just seeing her sheer dedication and determination was really inspiring to me growing up to work really hard. And I think that had a huge impact that behind my success.
I also resonate with that. I have lots of females close in my life too, in my personal family, that have worked super hard and kind of raised the bar for me every single day. So it's comforting to hear that other people also have similar experiences. My last question for you, Dani, is if there's one piece of advice you could give to women who are either looking to break into the business world or looking to advance their career, what would you say?
I would say, maybe aside from working hard, also stay curious, because for me, I feel like staying curious every day is what keeps my passion going. You can work hard, but I think it's also really important to enjoy what you do. And for me, approaching marketing and business with curiosity, I think sparks not only my own innovation and creativity in this role, but it just keeps the passion alive.
Yes. Ooh, I really love that answer too. I know I speak for the rest of our team when I say that your curiosity also then makes us question everything too. So it's great to continue to question, look at things from a different perspective, and always keep learning. Well, thanks so much, Dani. I really enjoyed this conversation, and thanks so much for taking some time out of your day to share with all our viewers.
Thanks for everything you do for us, Nicole.